Keanu, you got off to a slower start in this game, but then you kind of found a rhythm. Can you kind of walk us through sort of what the plan was to get things going?
The plan was just to make an impact in whatever way I could, whether that was, kind of, I feel like I started the game better rebounding, and then throughout the game I kind of got more involved offensively. So it really wasn't a plan to wait for whatever. It was just, kind of just let the game come to me.
Keanu, as a team, you guys shot 62% from three-point range today. How encouraging is that going forward and as you go along in the play?
Yeah, that's very encouraging. Obviously, it's hard to shoot 62% every game, but I think it just shows what we're capable of. And even if we don't shoot 62, if we shoot somewhere around, I think we're a very hard team to beat.
Other questions for the players?
TB and Keanu, you guys continue to have close games with highly ranked opponents. This one kind of just got away from you at the end. How are you, I guess, able to take away maybe some moral victories or just even developmental victories in games like this, even when it did get away?
To be honest, it's getting too late for moral victories. We just got to either win or like the moral victories is getting a little old. Like we just got to start winning. So like we got to come to practice. We got to be attention to detail. We got to know what we're doing every single day. Coach preaches it to us every single day. So we just got to come in and we got to do what we do, and we got to execute it in the game. There's no more moral victories because we're getting too late in the season.
TV, to follow up on that, you guys sort of ran out of gas late in games, the second half of games, and how do you guys, what needs to change in order to finish these games stronger?
I'd say just like having the will inside your body. Like the games like this is crazy, it's like the environments, the players that we're playing every single night. It's like a gauntlet in the Big 12. So that should really fire yourself up every single night to come out and want to win games like this. Like we won a tough TCU game. That was a tough TCU game. We're gonna have teams way better than TCU every single night. So like it's like you never know you always know who you're gonna play. You're gonna play a tough player every single night. So that I feel like every player in our locker room, if they're getting on the floor, if they're on the bench, we should all have the same positivity, same energy every single night, and that's what should light you up to want to win a game.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We'll start with questions for Coach.
Alex, you obviously have a long career, seen a number of really, really good performances. I know your team was on the other side of it, but can you at least put into perspective what it's like to coach against a talent like Dawes and how we might have given you flashes of stuff you saw at the pro level?
Yeah, no, he's a generational talent, and he showed what he's capable of tonight, and and there's no telling how good he could get. Credit to them, they did a good job using their height and size advantage against us. But yeah, no, great player, and it'll be, and he can do a lot of things. The sky's the limit.
You obviously kept it really competitive for a good chunk of the game. When did you feel as though the separation started to happen, and more specifically, why?
It's the first time, I think the first time this year where I thought our guys quit at the end. They felt defeated, which is kind of disheartening because I think we've always done a good job if we kept fighting and playing. But it's the first time, it was a hard part, I think, where they kind of, for whatever reason, I think they kind of quit tonight.
Coach, you ended up hitting, I think, 13 of 21 threes tonight. Was a lot of that, was there game prep that you saw on that maybe there was some opportunities to hit some threes against these guys, or was it more just kind of organically?
No, since I got here in the summer, I've tried to encourage all of them to have the confidence to shoot. If you're on balance and you're open, shoot the ball. The hard part about that is, we shoot well, but we shoot 60% from three, and we still get beat pretty good. And the problem is, I think, as individuals in a group, like you got to take pride in guarding the guy you have, regardless of what scheme we are in. You have to take pride in defense, and the Big 12 is actually a great lesson for that because you see it. You defend and rebound, and you got to compete. And the games where we do that, then whether we shoot well or not, we have a better chance to win. So, got to take pride in the defensive end, regardless of if we make or miss shots.
Alex, do you feel like you're progressing on defense as a team, or do you feel like you're kind of stagnant on that end?
No, I think at times we have. I think tonight we did a big. It's frustrating because I think we took a big step back. Like I said, I think they quit, and guys, we had certain guys that were targeted on defense. They used their size, and I don't think, that we fought back like I think we've had. So it's a hard thing to swallow, but credit to BYU, like I said, they did a good job playing big and using their size against us.
Alex, kind of piggybacking off what TV said, he said he's tired of the moral victories. When you said your team, you feel like they quit there at the end. What is your messaging to them, I guess, after the game, but also moving forward, just given a performance like this?
Well, my message to TB and the rest of them is, okay, let's guard then. Make that a priority. That doesn't mean going for it. I think the first possession of the second half was disheartening because he went for the steal, and that's not what we're made about. Like we got to be steady and not go for the home run. And but to TB and the rest of them, you got to take pride in guarding your man and not being the weak link on the defense. And taking pride in if they target you on defense, that should make you mad and raise your competitive level, not give up and stop trying. So that was a hard thing. First time.
Alex, they ran a lineup out there that was 4 guys 6'10" or taller, it looked like at one point. Is that a big impact you felt like for you guys in terms of having to counter that?
No, we've ran into that all year long. We played Washington, one of the better offensive rebounding teams, and we beat them. We lost the game, but we beat them on the rebounding chart. But it's going to happen again. But it's just like, take a hard, clean foul or just fight. And I think, credit to BYU, and it was hard, but again, that has to be our makeup if we're gonna, be in games, especially late.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.